Good morning, children. Welcome to your English online classes organized by RRB Group of Schools. Children, today I am going to explain you the fourth chapter of your English grammar, and it is part of speech. Okay, so let us begin. What do you understand by parts of speech? See, when we talk through sentences. Through sentences, we talk to each other. So the sentence has so many parts. That parts are called parts of speech. Let me explain you through an example. See, Ram and Shyam are good players. See, I have written a sentence on the blackboard. Okay. Ram and Shyam are good players. These are the words which grammatically it has been given some name. Grammatically it has been given some names. That names are called parts of speech. Like Ram, Shyam. We know very well the names. All the naming words are called nouns. In grammar, all the naming words, what do we call it? We call it noun. So, Ram and Shyam are noun. Okay. And is joining two words. Ram is one word, Shyam is one word. And it is joining. उसको join कर रहा है. So, in grammar, we call this conjunction. What do we call? We call it conjunction. Here, are. It is verb, helping verb. You can say verb. Are is a verb. Good player. Good is describing the player. So it is called adjective. Player. Again, it is the name given to the player, the one who plays. It is also a noun. Okay. So children, see, in this sentence there are so many parts. These parts are called parts of speech. Like noun, conjunction, verb, adjective. All these are the parts of speech. They are said to be parts of speech. So in English grammar, we are having how many parts are there? There are 8 parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. And they are, the first one is noun, second is pronoun, third is verb, fourth is adjective, fifth adverb, sixth preposition, seventh conjunction, eighth interjection. All these eight parts, the part of speech is divided into 8 parts. These are collectively called parts of speech. So children, I hope what are parts of speech is now clear to you. Okay. Now, one by one, we will take the parts of speech separately and we will study. The very first part is noun. Okay. In some very small classes, we have been taught what the nouns are. You must have also studied it in your previous classes. What are nouns? All the naming words or the names of a person, place, things, animals are called nouns. Okay. Now this noun has 5 kinds. It is divided into 5 kinds. What are all those 5 kinds are? First is proper noun. Second is common noun. Third is collective noun. Fourth is abstract noun. And the fifth is material noun. Okay. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, and material noun. Noun is divided into 5 parts. Okay. What do you understand by proper noun? Proper noun is a particular name given to any person, place, or thing. Okay. And the proper noun is always written in capital letter. Whether it comes in between the sentence, if it is a proper noun, you have to write it with capital letter only. Okay. For example, Delhi, Lucknow, Prayagraj, these are the particular name of place. So all these are proper nouns. Like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Ram, Shyam, these are the particular names given to any person. So they are also called proper nouns. Okay, I hope this is clear now. Now, come to the next, common noun. Common noun is a noun, it is a name given commonly to a group of people, place or thing. Like, if I say boy, boy is not a name, it is not a proper noun. Boy किसी का नाम नहीं होता है. Boy हम हर लड़के को कहते हैं. इसके ग्रुप के हर लड़के को boy कहते हैं. ठीक है? Boy, girl, pen, pencil, eraser, fan, door, deck, book. All these are common nouns. And common noun is always written with small letter. Proper noun is written with capital letter. Example, Delhi. See, proper noun is written with capital letter. Common noun is written with small letter. Clear? Now, come to the third kind, collective noun. What is collective noun? It is the collection of a common noun. It is a name given to the collection in which whose collection is there? The common noun collection is there. For example, a bunch of keys. Okay, a bunch of keys. Here bunch is collective noun and keys is common noun. Okay. In the bunch, whose collection is there? There is a collection of keys. And keys are the common noun. The collection of keys are said to be bunch. In the same way, there are many examples like army, gang, pride of lion, swarm of bees, class of students. In this way, so many herd of cows, elephants, fleet of ships. So these are the collective noun, examples of collective noun. Okay. Now let us proceed. Now come to abstract noun. What do you understand by abstract noun? Abstract noun is the abstract noun is a noun which we cannot see or which we cannot touch. We can't see, we cannot touch. For example, honesty. Can you see the honesty? No. Bravery. Pain. Childhood. It is a बचपन जिसको कहते हैं childhood. Kingship. Truth. Knowledge. All these are called abstract noun. Health. Okay. We cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot see. Now the last one is material noun. Material noun is the noun, it is that any object, anything is made up of some material. Okay, the substance which is used to make a thing is called material noun. For example, my ring is of gold. My ring is of gold. My ring is, now this ring, it is common noun. It is a thing, ring, common noun. But of which material is it made? Which material is used to make a ring? That material is gold, and this gold is called material noun. Clear? Gold, silver, wood, platinum, cotton, terylene, polyester, all these are called material noun. Okay. So children, I hope this for the first part is clear to you. Noun and its kind. Now we will come to the second part. Okay. Second part is pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is a word which is used in place of noun. Why? To stop the repetition of it. For example, Ram is a boy. Ram is a good boy. Ram is an intelligent boy. In these sentences, I am again and again making use of Ram, 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 Ram. So to stop this repetition, we use pronoun. Okay, and then how can we say? We will say Ram is a boy. He is good. He is an intelligent boy. So in place of Ram, which word I have used? He. So he is a pronoun. Okay. So pronoun is, what are pronouns? The words which are used in place of noun. In place of noun. Pronoun are the words used in place of noun. Okay. He, she. He is used for male person. She is the male person. She, female person. It, on lifeless thing. Lifeless thing. It can be used for birds and animals also. In English, we make use of it for birds and animals also. Bird, animal. Clear? So all these he, she, it, they, these are called pronouns. Now again, pronoun is also divided into many parts. The very first kind is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun. Okay? Personal itself is telling the definition. The word which indicates to a person. If I say he is playing. If I say he is playing. In this sentence, which word is indicating toward a person? Which word is indicating towards a person? He. He is indicating towards a male person. So, such words are called personal pronoun. The word which indicates a person. He indicates a male person. She indicates a female person. It indicates a lifeless or non-living thing. Sorry. It. He, she, I, we, they, all these are called personal pronouns. It is not a personal pronoun. He, she, I, we, you, all these are called personal pronouns. Hope children this is clear to you now. Now, the second is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. This is a fan. This is a fan. Here this. It is demonstrating about fan. Noun. Noun को indicate कर रहा है. Sorry. This is distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun. Like each one will come tomorrow. Each will come tomorrow. Distributed. Each मतलब एक एक आएगा, एक एक बच्चा कल आएगा. Such each, every, such words are called distributive pronoun. Now, the next is emphasizing. Emphasizing pronoun. Emphasis, जोर देके बोलते हैं. जैसे I did it myself. I myself did it. I myself did it. यहाँ पे myself जोर देके बोला जा रहा है. So this is called emphasizing pronoun. I myself did it. He himself fell down. So such words are called emphasizing pronoun. Clear? Hope this part is now clear to you. Now children, come to the third part. It is verbs. What are verbs? Verbs are all the action words are called verbs. Okay. But in spite of action words, other words are also called verbs. See, if I say she is a teacher. She is playing badminton. See, she is a teacher. In this, is called a verb, and it is working as a main verb. Okay, here she is playing badminton. In this sentence, it is working as helping verb, and this is the main verb. In both the sentences, verbs are there. In this sentence, is helping verb and playing is main verb. And in this sentence, there is only one verb. So it is playing the role of main verb. It is playing the role of main verb. Hope this is clear now. How many types of verbs are there? Helping verb, and it is divided into helping verb and main verb. You must be knowing now. You must identify what are helping verbs and what are main verbs. Okay. Now again, verb is also divided into two parts. It has two parts. The first is transitive verb, and the second is intransitive. Intransitive. Transitive verbs are the verbs which have an object. It needs an object, but it does not. It has no object. Let us understand through an example. Like, she killed a mouse. See, she killed a mouse. How you will identify whether the sentence is having a transitive verb or intransitive verb? You have to put a question. Ask a question with what? Ask a question with what? If I say she killed what? The answer will be a mouse. She killed what? We will get the answer. She killed a mouse. So this is object. So Which type of verb is this? Which type of verb it is? It is transitive verb. Why? Because it is having an object. Okay. Now, see the next example. She laughs loudly. She laughs loudly. Now again, I will ask question what? She laughs what? Are you getting any answer? She laughs what? Are you getting any answer? No answer. It means this sentence has no object. Such sentences are said to be intransitive verb. It has no object. Transitive, it has object. Intransitive, it does not have any object. And we can find out the object by putting a question with what. I hope this is clear now. Okay. Now, we will come to the fourth part. And that is adjective. Okay. Now, tell me what are adjectives? Adjectives are also called describing words. It describes or it tells something about noun or a pronoun. See, adjective is again, it also has different parts. Here we will study about describing adjective. Okay, like for example, Rose is a beautiful flower. Rose is a beautiful flower. See, what are nouns here? Rose is also a noun. It is the name of a flower, and the word flower is also a noun. And the word which comes or which describes or which says something about noun is called adjective. तो ये beautiful word किसके बारे में बोल रहा है? Flower के बारे में. Flower क्या है? Noun है. तो noun के बारे में ये बता रहा है कि noun कैसा है? It is very beautiful. So this word is called adjective. Clear? This is a beautiful rose. Beautiful, good, tall, long, small, thin. All these words are called adjective. It says something about noun. Okay. So this is clear now? Now the adjective are again divided into, it has 3 degrees. It has 3 degrees. The first one is positive, comparative, superlative. It is divided into positive, comparative and superlative. In 3 degrees they are divided. Okay. Let us take an example, like I say good. What is the comparative? Comparative degree makes a comparison between 2 things or 2%. Comparative degree, what is comparative degree? It compares between any 2 things or 2%. See, good, the comparative degree of good is better. And superlative degree, best. Here we are making comparison between 2 things. And here we are making comparison with more than 2 things. Okay. So good is the positive degree, better is comparative degree, and best is the superlative degree. Now let us take another example. Tall. Comparative degree will be taller. And the superlative degree will be tallest. Clear? One more thing, see. Comparative degree are made by adding ER. And superlative degree is made by adding EST. Best, tallest, bravest, farthest. Okay. But some words are, in some words we don't make use of ER. For example, interesting. interesting. What is the comparative degree of interesting? It will not become, we will not add ER. It will become more interesting. And the superlative degree will be most interesting. Most interesting. Hope this is now clear to you. What are adjectives? Adjective are all the describing words are called adjectives. It tells something about a noun. It describes noun. And it is divided into 3 degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Children, in this video, we will learn only 4 parts: noun, pronoun, verb, and adjective. In the next video, I will explain you the rest 4 parts, and that is adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. For the today, we will learn only this one. Okay? In the next video, we will again proceed with the 4 topics. Till then, children, thank you and goodbye.